Worst mom ever seen on Twitch by Moist Critical.
Don't let my whimsical Gary hat deceive you. I've got no quirky intro here. There's nothing silly about this. It's actually heartbreaking.
Yeah, I have heard of this. I forgot the streamer's name, but it was something it started with a D. But I have heard of him. So like I seen the post on Twitter of this new streamer who got gifted by Ron, I think. Um I think he gifted subs or something. And it was a lot. And basically the kid was, very excited. As you would, right? One of the biggest streamers, especially if you're trying to be a streamer, like Ron gifted you subs. Like imagine like something you want to be and you get given an opportunity to really excel in that thing, then like obviously you're going to be excited. And I'm pretty sure in the video or in the clip he might show, he probably will show, but it's obviously the kid getting yelled at by his mom. The kid, does get hit by the mom, which really does suck, right? I'm fine with like parents hitting their kids to like get them in line, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, you're doing too much genuinely over something that doesn't like that's not hurting anyone. Like I get beating your kid's ass, with a belt or something or with a slipper because they fucking stole something or they harassed someone or they said something they're not supposed to, like obviously like a slur or something. I get that, but something over like, oh, your kid actually achieved something or is just happy about something, I don't think you should ever hit your kid over that, because it's like, unless it's like twisted or sick, which this isn't, it's completely innocent and harmless, then nothing bad should happen and no like form of consequence should come out of it. So I think it does suck, right? I get it more if she yelled at him, or yeah, if she yelled at him like, oh, to be quiet, but to just like blatantly like do what she did, I think that just sucks. But yeah, he probably will show the clip.
So last night, a huge streamer named Stable Ronaldo did a 10,000 plus viewer raid to a streamer with one
Yeah, it
viewer
was a
named
raid.
Nitro Camden. He got extremely excited and happy, so he celebrated, which raised the decibel levels in his room to a point that his mother found unacceptable. So she marches in there on a warpath, starts like unplugging his shit, saying horrible, awful things to her son and saying like he needs to get out of her house, and then starts beating him on stream in front of everyone to see. And I mean, legitimately beating him, throwing punches to his face. There's even a point where she's like on top of him and then punching him in the face from like the side. It's unhinged. And she was talking about how she's gonna call the police to have him kicked out of her house. If the police arrived, you'd be in handcuffs, you fucking moron. As you should be. Like,
Yeah.
this is unbelievable behavior. She should be arrested 1,000%.
I've never had this much people
Oh,
in
this is a
here
clip.
before, bro. I'm just trying to like, Mama, I have 10,000 people. Why are you I have 10,000 people in here. I have 10,000 people in here. Why are you taking my stuff? Why are you taking my stuff? I'm not doing anything. I have 10,000 people in here. Why are you in the camera? I have 10,000 people in here. They just raided me. Why are you taking my stuff? Mama, why are you taking my... Mama, stop. Why? Because I'm trying to stream. So you gonna call the police because I'm streaming. I have 10,000 people in here watching. I just got raided.
It's unthinkable. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that fucking like it sucks that like she overreacted, right? That it kind of sucks in that way, and obviously she shouldn't have reacted the way she should have, right? Or she has, mainly just because like it doesn't make sense to like act out that way or lash out just because your kid achieves something that he genuinely feels like he earned or something like that. Because this kid, like, and by the way, the chances that Ron donated to someone like this with kind of an abusive relationship with his mom, what are the chances, right? Like, imagine if Ron didn't rate him, right, and didn't give him subs or whatever. He would have still had to deal with this, but with no fame, no audience, and no one to see this. Like, can you imagine? Like, and I don't want to say, like, oh, I'm glad he found, like, a community in time, or, like, I don't want to say fame in time, but you kind of get what I mean, right? Because if he didn't get the attention he got, something like this could have continuously been happening, and because he was a small streamer before Ron donoed to him, then that means like he wouldn't have got attention, and then this kind of thing would go on like forward and backward, And it's kind of good that this kind of went viral. Even as much as it sucks, it's good that it went viral because, number one, he's going to get an audience out of it. People are going to start watching him, right? Either when they feel bad or they genuinely find his streams interesting. And he's going to get attention. And then when he gets attention, he's going to get money, and he's going to find a way to move out. I'm assuming he probably has. I haven't checked up on his streams or Twitch. All I've seen is a clip from Twitter. And, you know, obviously this video that we're currently watching right now. But all I've known is the fact that he's basically blowing up right now. Is essentially what's happening. And that's kind of good because now he has kind of a thing to fall back on versus being trapped in his mom's house with like 2 viewers in his chat or something, or like on and off, like, you know, 10, 30, right? Not a lot of people, right? You know, obviously, and well, you know, not a lot of people's like kind of very little on Twitch, because like even if you have like 100 viewers, that's still a lot, right? Could you imagine 100 people in a room watching you live? It's not like YouTube where you get a cumulative amount of views over a past couple of days and people can tune in, tune out whenever they want, as opposed to like streaming. People are there with you live, like actually live. Obviously, you know this, right? It's not new to you, but basically it sucks that this happened, but it's kind of good that it happened when it happened, right? When the kid got fame and when he has the most attention, the most eyes on him, right? Could it be that if he hypothetically never yelled, his mom would have never like came in and, you know, crashed out on him? Maybe, but I think I'd rather have that now and him have tons of attention and have something to fall back on, which is like money and stuff like that. Because right now, I'm assuming, dude, his follow count is gonna be blowing up, right? He's gonna make good money, and congrats to him, honestly. You know, he deserves it, especially seeing, you know, what happened in that video. He deserves everything good that he gets from this point forward, because, you know, no one should ever hear that kind of words from their own mom. I think that sucks a lot. I think insults that come from your own family members is the thing that really sucks. But yeah, we're gonna keep watching and see what Moist has to say.
How someone can be so cruel, just a fucking demon like this, where her son is obviously extremely happy and reiterates to her numerous times there's 10,000 people watching. That is a life-changing moment that can turn into an entire career overnight. And not only does she not care, disregard it, but then becomes emboldened to then beat him in front of all of those people. Like, she's got a fucking stadium watching, so then she goes and abuses her son physically in front of all of them as part of, like, her talent show or something. I don't know if she's trying to submit, like, a tape for the UFC or something for a contract, but it's actually unfathomable. How can you as a parent not have any kind of, like, appreciation or joy or enthusiasm for your child who is now having a potentially life-changing moment happening right in front of your eyes? And she feels nothing but anger. Like, she is angrier than fucking Kratos battling the gods here. And she's on a warpath now, like, unplugging everything. She starts insulting him, telling him how he needs to get out, he's useless, this and that. She's a fucking evil, vile monster. She not only ruins the moment for him, turning what appears to be like an extremely happy moment in his life for something he's very passionate about with, like, streaming here, and now he's got like an audience all of a sudden. She not only goes in there and just stomps all over it, she then starts beating him.
Wow, that's crazy.
Go get your stuff. You gotta go. Go get your stuff. Go get your clothes and stuff. Go. And then go. I would hate to have to call the police on you. Go ahead and go. You're done. I'm not playing this game. It's almost midnight. Go. Out of my room. My house.
Yo, and this kid is genuinely like a good kid. Like, this guy is genuinely a good guy. Like, the fact that he's not fighting back or hitting his own mom, like, obviously you should never hit your own mom on under any circumstance, right? You should never hit your mother or never lay a finger on her or hurt her, right? Because that's the person who brought you into this world, unless, you know, even still, if they're actively trying to kill you, right? then yeah, maybe you should fight back. But it's like, what situation is going to be happening other than this? In this situation, it's more so like his mom's fighting him, not trying to kill him, right? She's trying to like get him out the house and shit, which I think is just fucked up. It's like, I never got that mentality too. As soon as you turn 18, just leave the house, bro. You're still a fucking kid, man. Like, I get it, right? By 18, you should be matured, right? High school should kind of be your transition into like going out there, right? You get your driver's license during high school. You start learning responsibility during high school, and I get it, right? During that phase of growing up, you're supposed to like actually grow up and mature, you know. And let's be real, none of us really did mature, right? Quarantine definitely had an effect. I swear, like, I'm like, I still feel like a middle schooler, and I'm like a junior in high school, and that's the craziest shit too. It's just like, when you look back, man, when you look back in your life, like, deadass quarantine did take a couple of years off of maturity in us. I definitely think that if quarantine never happened, I would genuinely be more mature than I am now. But not to say this guy isn't, right? He's very mature. He's very respectful. He's not hitting back his mom. He's not calling her any vile terms. He's not even yelling at her, right? He's not even freaking out. He's just calm. He's calm, he's respectful, and he's taking the hits because he knows that, because a part of him still has that respect for his mom, which, you know, obviously respect to him as a person for not acting out or lashing out, right? And so that's just, honestly, he's such a great guy for that, honestly. He doesn't deserve, like, what's happening to him right now. He doesn't deserve that kind of, like, abuse between him and his mother. Right, and the fact that he still has that respect for her, that he's not going to hit her, he's not going to yell at her, he's not going to lash out, he's not going to get angry. The fact that he's still calm right now and not doing anything, right, he's just taking it, right. I think, honestly, dude, this guy's a great guy. He's respectful, and he's not fighting back. He's like so chill right now. Like, he's so chill for getting hit, because he knows he's not going to do anything to his mom, not because he physically can't, but more so because he just wouldn't, right? He's a very respectful person, right? From what I can see so far and from what I've seen and heard of him, he's very respectful. Like, the amount of like self-control you'd need to have in the situation, even if like it's your mother, right? So yeah, no, honestly, respect to this guy. Hope he genuinely gets what he deserves in terms of getting good things.
This is all mine. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Like, he's not even doing anything.
Get out of my house. You're not welcome anymore. Get out.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard to watch. This is...
Yeah, and it's also like, you know, he's still technically a teenager. He's like 18, right? I feel like your brain doesn't fully develop till you're 21. That's why they make you do shit like alcohol and smoking and shit at 21. Or at least that's what I'm assuming, right? Maybe that's not how it works. But even still, right? Teenager, you're still a fucking kid at 18, right? You just graduated high school. I don't know if he graduated high school. I'm just assuming, right? But whether he did or didn't, he's still a fucking kid, man.
Is a violent, disgusting freak that's not fit to be called a mother. This is just deplorable. And Camden is, you know, like boxing her out to stop her from just like tearing everything apart there. And I'm really glad he did, because the stream stayed on, which means there is now evidence of these crimes, evidence of this abuse at the hands of his mom. What was an extremely joyful moment in her son's life, and what should have been a really proud moment in hers, for some reason struck a chord deep inside of her tainted soul, and it became this source of misery for her, and she decided to take it all out on her son, and like saying how he needs to get out, he was too loud, it's almost midnight, you were too loud, get the fuck out of my house, you're useless, starts beating him, threatening to call the police to get him out. And the whole time you can see like he's not fighting back or anything. It feels like this is probably something that's happened before. She seems extremely comfortable, not shy at all about beating her son in front of 10,000 people, by the way. So I guess this is just routine for her. She thinks it's normal or acceptable. It's not. This is inexcusable behavior here. And she should be arrested 1000%. It is it's so sad to see.
Well, be prepared for the police to come put you out there. So you don't think your stupid ass have to get out. You're 18, dummy. You don't have to live in my house.
Yeah, no, that shit
Great,
doesn't
but I'm
make
letting you
sense.
know, because you're getting out at 6 o'clock tomorrow. When I wake up, you get your ass up and you're getting out.
Now she's posted up in his seat on his stream in front of 10,000 people after beating him in front of them and just treating it like it's her show now, like it's her podcast. What the fuck?
You're not finna keep blatantly disrespecting me. I told you to lay down. This is what you do every other time. You try to act like you don't break rules, but you do this every other time. I walk past the room and I'm like, why is the light still on? I'm exercising. Well, you should have been did.
Like, bro, what?
Okay, cool.
Bro, what? That doesn't make fucking sense. How is the light being, like, on affect you exercising? Like, that shit doesn't... Like, I feel like she's just doing too much. She's, like, trying to find a way to, like, get angry over nothing. Like, she's like, oh, you're pretending like you follow the rules because people are watching you and shit. It's like, bro, no. Maybe he just follows the rules. Sorry you raised a good son and somehow you're still a shitty person. You know what I mean? It's like, how does this happen, right? A plus B doesn't equal fucking C in this situation, but somehow it worked out, right? Your kid's respectful. Your kid has manners. Your kid knows how to, you know, take the hits and still be respectful towards someone, right? You're just being a dick to him, right? You know, and it's just crazy how people can do this to their own kids, right? You know, you literally, especially her, she's a mother. She birthed him, bro. She gave birth to him. She raised him. Maybe or maybe not, I don't know, maybe she neglected him, but from what I can tell, right, maybe at some point she had involvement with his development, and, you know, now he is the guy who he is today, right? Maybe it's because of her, maybe it's not, maybe things affected him that his mother didn't know about, and it changed him to be a better person, for all we know, right? But he's just a guy, man. He's just doing normal things. He's just a normal dude just trying to make it in what he believes that he wants for his future, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Despite whether he wants to be a streamer or like get a job, it's just like, this is just so unnecessary, especially for someone that you're supposed to be supporting, right? Even if your kid's an adult, that doesn't mean you get rid of all the support you gave them when they were younger, right? But this just sucks, man. This sucks that this happened to him.
Keep your ass down.
So she wasn't even like asleep or anything and got woken up and, you know, like groggy and a little frustrated being woken up late at night because maybe she's got work early in the morning. Not that any of that would even be excusable in any capacity whatsoever. But there's not even like a morsel of sense for why she'd be upset that he was making some noise when she's not asleep. He's 18 years old and it's not even midnight, so it's not like, you know, extraordinarily late where, you know, it's just so fucking late and you've ruined the peace and serenity and the tranquility of this household, this sacred house. Like, this is just so unhinged to me because there's even less explanation for why she's so upset in the first place. So she heard a little bit of noise from his room and the lights were on. He explains to her why there was a little bit of noise, because he's just been raided. He has 10,000 viewers there. Again, a potentially life-changing moment. And she goes in there and just starts beating him up for it. And she has the gall to talk about him breaking rules for justification on why she did what she did. Well, how about laws, you fucking idiot? You broke some of those, you know. You should be arrested.
Well, we're gonna send baby in this once I help you pack your shit, because you're leaving in the morning. Alright, I told you to lay down, so you don't have to lay down. 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 No, lay down. Lay down. All I said was, you're not going to keep blatantly disrespecting me and think you stand in this house.
What does she even do?
You bring absolutely no value to this house. You barely clean up this room. You only take out the trash when I say that it needs to be taken out. You don't do anything. Literally not. So lay down. It's still early.
Now she's preaching about how he brings no value to the house. What the fuck do you bring to the house besides an aggressive upbringing and knuckle sandwiches where you beat your children? You
also, what person works out at like 3 in the morning? You don't have a job, or you're the real bum in this situation. At least he's getting something out of this, like streaming and possibly making money.
Go. She keeps instructing him to lay down as he's like pleading with her to not hit him, which again tells me that this happens pretty often. This was not some like isolated incident. It sounds like that's probably how she just conducts business as usual, which is completely unacceptable. And she just keeps saying, lay down, treat him like a fucking dog. And if I'm being honest, she's extremely lucky her son is more mature than she is and has enough restraint and self-control to not just start exchanging blows with her. Yeah. Because if he did fight back, boy howdy, I tell you what, his mother would not be feeling so confident. Because as she was like crawling all over him, ripping things off of his desk and punching him, she was visibly winded. Like, that took a toll on her immediately. Her cardio peters out after like 10 seconds of activity. Yeah, so I don't know what exercise she's doing there, but she needs a new program because that shit ain't working at all. So she is very lucky that her son is just a good person who's not going to just be fighting his mom. But meanwhile, she's a nightmare who has no problems just clobbering her son, taking advantage of his good nature.
You should have did that hours ago.
Also, you know what you can do? If someone's being loud and you're exercising, just tell them to quiet it down or put on some fucking headphones. You're working out anyway. Do you guys ever put headphones when you're working out? Because that shit locks you in. Clearly, she wasn't locked in.
You've been at home all fucking day. Instead of playing video games. Like a fucking 40-year-old virgin in his mom's basement.
What?
How delusional can you be? Not only is her violence sickening, but her stupidity is as well. To be calling your son, comparing him to a 40-year-old virgin playing video games in his mom's basement.
Like what?
Because
man?
he played video games and got a 10,000 viewer raid. So that's 10,000 people that came to his stream.
He's still a kid, by the way, calling her kid 40 years old.
Which could...
She looks about older than 40, and she doesn't do shit, so what is she? She's worse than, like, a degenerate or an incel. She's just a fucking loser.
Would be a life-changing career opportunity, and she's comparing these two things somehow, like he's just some kind of, like, you know, loser in the dark, you know, never going to amount to anything, even though he is telling her numerous times, like, how big of a deal this is, that there are 10,000 people watching him, and this is a very, very lucrative possible career now on his lap, and she's just belittling it, insulting him for it. She's so dumb. She is so fucking dumb. So she's a criminal, and she is an extremely stupid one too. Like, what the fuck? It's unbelievable to me. I truly hope that Nitro Camden blows up from this and gets like an actual career and can leave his mother in the past. Just leave her in the dirt. Never talk to her again. She doesn't deserve communication with him. This is unacceptable behavior across the board from her. And I really hope, I mean, this has become a huge story, so I really hope there's a lot of support and a lot of people rallying behind Nitro Camden. And I just wish him the best. And I am so sorry to see what he has to put up with his mother here. Anyway, I hope she gets arrested.
Yeah, I hope she gets arrested too, man. That fucking sucks. Right, obviously I have a Twitch account. If you want to go and follow it, I'm actually going to go on Twitch right now and search him up. What was his username? I think this is his account. But he looks to be doing good. He looks like he's in a different room. Let's see. He's been streaming like consistently. Yeah, no, he's definitely been doing this for a good hot minute. Assuming at a different place. Assuming he did leave his mom's house. I'm going to give him a follow there. But yeah, man, honestly, this is his account. I do wanna kind of show him some love. By the way, this is my Twitch. I link it in my description all the time. But yeah, man, this was a crazy video by Moist Critical. It does suck that he had to go through that.